So we've got a Team of the Year Ribery SBC. I was kind of expecting more Ultimate Birthday SBCs from Icons, but apparently Team of the Years are in fashion again, and Ribery's coming in at 1.98 mil. Pretty much 2 million coins. He has got 15 different SBCs and he's got 60 days to get him done. In terms of on the market, we're looking at, how many days? We've got 22nd of May, so he should be here still when Team of the Season's around. So there is absolutely no rush for him. He is a 5-star. In value with the market, he's 1.6 on the market, nearly 2 million on SBC, but we have had a lot of heavy SBCs going around. So in terms of what we've got a bronze and silver straight off the bat. We do have an 83 rated team for his loan. I would always suggest try the loan out first. I can vouch that he is a pretty decent card. Whether I'd say he's 2 million worth right now, I might wait for Team of the Season to be honest, but we'll get to that. We then got an 86 with an inform, 87, 87, 87, 87 with an inform, 2 88s, 3 88s, one of them being an inform, 89, 89, 90, and a 90 as well. So in terms of the grind, 90 is going to be the biggest one, the biggest challenge you've got, unfortunately. The 89s are not necessarily easy either. I would say 88s all the way down are easier than most, but they still require a little bit of grinding. The one thing that is really nice when it comes to Ribery, and it's what makes the best way to grind this out, because 86 is the lowest. Like, we get rid of these. We don't need these. These can be done really quickly. The 86 is the lowest, and we've only got one of them, and then we go to 87s. Now, in terms of how I would grind this out, for instance, like how I would kind of figure this one, if you go over to...
If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
This one, Interfoot being SBC, you have the SBC rating combination. So for instance, say we go to the 88s. What we're looking for there is, you can see across this board, if we was to go for 83s, we've got 4 of them. It would mean we'd need 5 89s to finish off an 88 rate SBC, as well as 2 88s. There's no need for that. So if I was looking at an 88, I would go heavy on the 88. So you can go 10 88s, 183. You could go, if we go a bit further down, 4 88s, 6 86s, and 190, trying to keep around, because we don't want to be using many of these. And that's the main reason why I'd look at the SBC combinations to see what's in your club. But what I would suggest, especially when it goes to the 87s and above, what you want to be using for the 87s is 86, 87, 88. 85s are the push depending on how many 88s you've got, but I would be saving them for the 88s and using 87s, 88s, 89s, 89s, 88s, 90s, and working that way. Because what it allows you then is, once you've done that one, you've got 83, 84 and 85 completely free for upgrades, and that's going to bring more players into your club. So for instance, if I wanted to finish an 88 winter wildcard, I don't need anything above 85 in that. Perfect. I don't need 84, 85s in that upgrade. So it doesn't matter that you are using them somewhere else, because they're not being used in that SBC. Same for the 82 times 20. It's an 85 rated team. Perfect. I can use all my 85s, couple of 84s, and potentially get some kind of profit back in an 88, an 89, a 90 that could be pushed back into the SBC, and again 85s go back into this upgrade. Same with the Ultimate Birthday 100, the 82 upgrades. You've then obviously got challenges that you can do, and it's a daily thing really. We might get picks back again tomorrow. I know we had the 85 player pick. Whether we get something else is going to be the big question, but the way that you can kind of grind this out is nice, because we don't have to use the same fodder. If there was like 584 rated squads, you've got to get all of them done before then we start grinding out the upgrades, because then we're taking away from that SBC in itself. What I would suggest in the way that I would do it daily, because you've got a lot of time, I wouldn't be rushing for this one. I'd be trying to take my time with it. When you look at the daily golds, I'd be always finishing this off every day, because it's just extra cards for literally bronze and silvers, nice and easy straight away. Then what you want to be doing is making sure that you've got all of these crafting upgrades done. I've only got 12 left. There's 21 days left, so there's plenty to go, but I would suggest doing that one. From there, once you've done this crafting upgrade, made sure you've got all the objectives done, I would personally go towards more the 81 player pick. I'm not a big fan of the 82 upgrade pack. I much prefer a pick. I don't know if there's any reasoning science behind why the pick is better than the pack. I don't know if having the free options is just better than the upgrade itself in a pack. That's just my personal preference, but again, you can go with whatever you want. Once you've done the crafting upgrade, I would suggest the pick or the pack, whatever you fancy. From the pick and the pack, I would then be looking at the 82 times 20 every day. You can do it 3 times. I'd be looking then, if I've gone one step further, maybe at the upgrade. I think this one's just a little bit too more expensive. Again, it's worth the looking, but I'm not really a fan of it. Then Team of the Week picks, because they're always needed in any upgrade. If obviously you don't have many, that's just kind of the next thing to keep you going whilst you've got duplicates and if you've finished everything in the day. Once you've finished everything in the day, there isn't a lot for you to do. If you've done your 82 times 20s, done all your packs for the day, and you've just kind of bleeding out fodder, I personally wouldn't bother too much with going too crazy on it, because we're going to have so many cards going forward. You can obviously put a lot of the stuff in the exchange, so you can build your club up that way. For instance, if you get a duplicate 89, you're not quite ready for an 88, an 89, a 90 rated SBC, whack him in there. Don't force him into anything else. Just put him in the upgrade, put them back into player picks, and just keep recycling round, as I always find that to be the best method. The exchange is your best friend. It's perfect to grind it out fodder, especially when you can just go buy an 89 and it will give you pretty much almost card for card how many packs or picks you can actually do. I want to say you could either get 5 or 6 picks. I want to say you could get from it. I can't remember what the actual is. I'm pretty sure it might have been like 6.5 picks you can get from 189. That for me is incredible value. So if we was to look at the transfer, I think I used Hergerberg. Is she in? No, she's in one. So in terms of, if I look at Footbin, the cheapest player by rating at the moment, you're looking at 89 rated Ruben Diaz at 22,000 coins. Now, if I was to do, what would it have been? So if you've got 51 and it requires, 7 players, you're looking at 7.2. So if I was going 7 times 7, then add an extra, say, 2 cards on for the 51. We then times that by, say you could get them all for 400. I reckon you could do it for 350. That's 20,500 coins. So that, in literally spending 22k, you're spending an extra 1.5k rather than having to buy 51 players, I think is great value coming back. And you have the chance of the special card, the walkout in this pack as well. So for me, it is great value doing the exchange. I think it's definitely a big dub from EA. I'm hoping they keep this going through Team of the Season as well. It will be a massive, massive grind. You then take the 51 players or whatever players are worth the upgrade into the player picks, keep it going round. You get an 86, put it back into the exchange, go buy another 89. It's an easy method to go round. And to be honest, I do tend to get a decent amount of players back from the 51, but the player picks tend to give me a decent result as well. So it is just a constant go round. If you manage to get an 89 and an 88, you keep one of them, you put the other one back in the exchange. I'd always try and do the 89s as much as possible. You might miss out once or twice, but you will eventually get the fodder back. It is pretty much guaranteed. 7 picks every single time, plus the chance from this pack, is an easy grind to get it done, and you'll find yourself getting so much fodder. It is unbelievable. And then you can take that fodder again into these picks, packs, upgrades every single day. Then you're throwing cards into SBCs like no other. It does take a bit of a grind, but it is a pretty fun one. Let me know down below if you are going to finish Ribery. Is he worth it in your eyes? I think he's a very good card. I just don't know if I'm going to put 2 mil in just before Team of the Season. Plenty of time to wait, as he's got 60 days. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.